Hi, this is Kathi Quinn with Floriani. Floriani is a division of R&K Distributing, and I want to welcome you to this week's Project of the Week. Well, I have been absent for a while. Trevor's been doing lots and lots of exciting things, and I love to see his lessons. But I thought I'd come back for a while. I have been missing y'all, so we're going to go ahead and work on some stuff. Now, what I'm going to answer today is this is a question I have gotten at one of my hands-on classes, and several of the people did not understand this. So I want to work with it with you, and it's all about start and stop. So let's go ahead and let's just get a shape. I'm going to come right here to my rectangle. I'm going to grab a rectangle. I'm going to draw a rectangle. And now this is just artwork, correct? We know that because those are artwork tools. So I'm just going to grab this rectangle. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to turn this into stitches. So I'm going to left mouse click at the bottom left hand corner and turn this into a run stitch. Now that I've done that, let me give it some color just so you can see it well. Now what I want to do, and let's turn off the grid, that kind of helps. I'm going to now see how this runs. Okay, it's going to start in that corner, it's going around, and it's stopping. Great. So let's look at this. I'm going to come over here in my second item down, or my third item, excuse me. Let me select this. You got to select it. And our third item is our shape tool. So by left mouse clicking on it, you're going to see. Now the first thing we notice is these blue boxes. Now these blue boxes are our outline. If we want to change our outline, and you notice my cursor, I want you to see that there is a blue box stuck to my cursor. See when I start to get close, how that cursor gets the blue box on it? See, I don't even actually have to be right on it. I just have to be where my software can see it. So see, I don't have a blue box. I don't have one. I don't have one. Oops, there's a blue box. So now that it's got a blue box, I can go ahead and play with it. Now up here in the corner, you notice it's turned green. This is my start point, and now it's red. This is my stop point. Now, depending on how many times, a lot of times you'll get something that's like this. Let's go ahead and start here and stop there. Okay, so here's my start, here's my stop. Now let's run this. Okay, it's going to go, oops, let's go ahead and slow redraw. What did I do wrong here? Come on, let's go off. Okay, let's slow redraw this. Now you notice it's going around, and now it's gone around more than twice. The reason is because as it goes around, let's watch that again. As it goes around, it's starting right here. But now it's going to have to go past this to stop. Well, we don't want double stitching here. We might want a single stitch or a single run around. And to do that, we always match them. So if I go back to selecting this, and I go back to my start and stop, I'm going to bring them where they're on the same place. I'm going to put it on it, and I'm going to hit my enter key to tell my software I've moved it and I want it to stay there. So now when it runs, it's going to, let me just click off of this, it's going to come and it's going to start right there. It's going to go all the way around and it is going to stop there. Now you don't ever want to start and stop at a point. You always want to pick a point on the side, such as this square. Well, let's look at something different that I was doing. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go into my shape tools here. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab this heart. Now this is artwork, right? We all agree this is artwork. I can see that because if I drop my plus sign, it's going to tell me, Kathi, you are working with artwork. So now that I've got that, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make it a run stitch. So I'm going to select it and turn it into a run. Now let's go ahead and close the artwork. I'm going to left mouse click on the eyeball so I just see the outline. Now let's see, first of all, let's go ahead and select it and let's see where that start and stop are. Oh, they're both right here. So they're going to start and stop right on top of each other, which is great because when I run this, when I come here and run it, it's going to start, come around, and stop. So it was one singular continuous line. Now, why is that important to me? Because what if I wanted to do some continuous quilting? So let's get busy here. I'm going to come in and I'm going to get my pencil. It's an artwork tool. And let's go ahead and undo is our friend, right? So if I undo, I can take this back because I can undo as many times as I need to till I need to redo. Now again, this is only artwork, right? I don't have any stitches. And again, if I select this, if I grab it, I select it, and I go to my shape, I can come in here and look at how this artwork is. And if I wanted to change anything, of course, again, I already told you, I could change, if I wanted to change the way the artwork looked just a little bit, I could come in here and play with it. But I'm pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come get my pencil and I am going to draw. Now I'm going to get my pen because I want to kind of freehand this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right here and I'm going to kind of just do some free motion quilting. There we go. Now, and I wanted to do that, I'm going to right mouse click, and now that's a piece of artwork. And now what I want to do is I want to come again, only this time I'm going to go this way. Okay, so let's just say, and we could add more shapes and stuff, and of course I don't draw well, but you get the idea. Now what I want first is this first piece of artwork. I'm going to move it up. I'm going to select it and I'm going to move it up one. So move this to the first. So I want this to stitch, then it'll stitch my heart and it will continue on with this. Now let's look at stuff. So let's select it. I'm going to turn this into a run stitch. I'm going to grab this. It's going to be a run. And I'm going to grab this and it is also going to be a run. Now I'm going to close my artwork so we can't see it. Now let's look at how this is running. Well, this is going to run. Oh no, let's see. See, that wasn't continuous, was it? Well, let's see why. Let's select this and let's come and get our start and stop. So see, I had it start here and it's coming around. I want it to start over here. So I'm going to move this one just out of my way. Let's take this one first. Let's take our stop and let's move it all the way over here, our start. So now I'm going to start here. It's going to run, run, run. Now I want it to stop. And where do I want it to stop? Right here. Now I'm going to zoom in. Let's go ahead and select this one and turn it into stitches real quick. I just have to select it. Now it's also stitches. We've got that as stitches, but let's look. Let's zoom in. So I want you to get the idea of this. Let's zoom in here. Now you can see things looked like they were touching, but they weren't. But I'm going to come and I'm going to grab this and see my start and stop is right here. You see it? There's start and stop. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and see my start. I've got to come and I want that at exactly the same place. I want to move this right here, this one. I want this to start and stop in the same place that other one does. See, we want this all continuous. So if I control, let me see if I can get this all. Okay, let's see here. Let's do our thing. And see how this is right here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the start and stop down just a little bit in here. Now I'm going to grab this one and I'm going to, no, it's this one I want to grab. I'm going to bring this stop and I'm going to put it right on there too. We want them all in the same place. And now this is correct. We want this to start, but we also want this to start right where that one stops. So we want start, stop, start, stop, all in the right places. So now let's go ahead and look at it on screen. Let's fit it to screen. And now let's look at what we have. So if I redraw this, I'm going to come in and I'm going to draw, yes, yes, yes. Now I should come in and there's my heart starting. It's one continuous line. How cool is that? Now that's all about moving starts and stops. Isn't that cool and easy? So you can just move that circle to start and stop where you want it. And you always want things to be efficient. Now in the case of this one, I want one continuous line of thread. I don't want any doubling up because this is quilting. So if this is going to be quilting and continuous, I want to make it where I can see it continually go. Now you can move the start and stop on any design. So let's just pick a design out of our library. Let's go to our free Floriani free designs. Let's pick, this is, what are we in? We are in September. I don't even know if I've downloaded those designs. Let's see. Oh, I don't have the latest. Well, I'll just have to go with something else. I'll go with last September's. So if I come in here and I pick a design, doesn't matter which one, we'll just pull this one in. I can change the start and stop on anything. So let's grab one thing. Let's grab this leaf. Okay, now I can now look here and you can see it's going to start and stop at this point. Now start and stops aren't always in the same place because sometimes a design stitches more efficiently, especially if there's a fill, when they're not always in the same place. But I can move these any way I want to. So now if I hit the enter key, it will start and stop. It's going to start here and stop here. But again, I have total control over that. So start and stop points, nice and easy. Make it convenient. Make it where if you're doing a design, say that you're doing something where we're doing a purse with zippers in it. So here's the outline of my purse. Let's say I'm doing it in the hoop bag, okay? So now I need to stitch that, but now I need to stitch my zipper down. So I'm going to come and get this artwork. I'm going to change the color of it. And let's say I'm going to go, zipper's got to go across. And now I'm going to right mouse click to enter it, but then I want it to come back. Now you notice I digitized that left hand side first. Why? Because now let's go ahead and turn these into stitches. Let's go ahead and do that so that you get the idea. Okay, now let's go ahead and draw this. Now it draws around. Now it's going to start and go across and come here. Now let's show you why. Let's grab this and let's look at our points. You noticed I had it start here and stop here. Well, then when I digitized this one, I came from left to right. But had I not done that, I could have just simply moved my start and stop point. Now once you move them, you hit enter and it's real. So now this one's not going to stitch efficiently anymore. It's going to stitch around. Let me close that artwork off so you can't see it. It's going to stitch around. Now it's going to stitch across and it's going to come all the way back to the left. That's why we change start and stop points. Now that's the reason we have that ability, and it's real important if you want designs to stitch efficiently. And we do. We don't want a bunch of stitches going across and dragging back and forth. It just takes more time. So now you notice I don't have that jump from here to here. Now it stitches efficiently. So I hope you enjoyed today's class. I hope you understand about start and stop points. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you in your shop soon. Bye-bye.